This is a gift guide for your cool and crafty friend coming from your fellow crafty girl. I sectioned everything into different categories. So we have stationery, vintage, handmade by you, handmade locally, themed bundles, and a little bonus on some packaging tips. Starting with one of the biggest staples for a crafty person is stationery. Now, I always think that gifts are the best when they kind of have a theme. When you get like a few items instead of just like one big thing, maybe you get a few small things and they just kind of round each other out. So if you're gonna go the stationery route, having a journal is key. This is kind of like the bulk centerpiece of the gift. And the journal doesn't have to be fancy. You can never go wrong with a notebook from Daiso. They're super cheap. If you want to step it up a little bit, you can get one from Muji. And then if you want something fancier, Midori is great, or Moleskine or Lecterm. Moleskine and Lecterm are good if you want something hardcover, and then the other ones have good soft cover books, like paper covers. And then get them some accessories that they can put in their journal, like little sticky notes. I have these sticky notes that are little clouds, and I think they're so cute. I like that they're light so that it's still easy to see the writing on them. They're a little bit transparent. You can also find them some cute washi tape or sticker sheets. Everyone loves a good sticker sheet. And then for pens, again, it doesn't have to be fancy. If I got a pack of Muji pens, I would be really happy because they're my favorite pen and I can never have enough of them. But if they're just getting into fountain pens and stuff, I think the Lamy Safari fountain pen is a really good gift. Plus they come in super cute colors. Or maybe shopping for pens is a little bit overwhelming for you because it's a lot. It's a lot for me. In that case, you should just get them like a classic dip pen from the art store and some cool ink. I really like the FW acrylic ink. Just get something in a color that reminds you of them that you think would be fun. Maybe if there's one that's like a little glittery or changes color somehow. You could also go the pencil route. There are plenty of fancy pencils on the market like Mitsubishi or blackwing pencils. Blackwing pencils just feel like butter, and using a fancy pencil is just such a small luxurious thing that's so fun. Now, if you want to give them kind of like a grand stationery gift, you can round out your package by getting them some sort of bag to keep all of their supplies in. So I have the Sula bag. I think they're really fun. The thing that I really love about the Sula bag is all the little pockets, and I really like that the pockets are on the outside because you can put all of your pens or paintbrushes in them. It's just so like maximalist seeing all of your supplies out like that. People also really like the Delphonics pouch. I don't have one, but I think they're super cool. If you're looking for something to get me, I would accept a Delphonics pouch. So those are like the soft bag options. If you want something that is going to sit on their desk and look really pretty, I would go for the Toyo toolbox. I have a little mini red one. There's just something about a metal box in a bright color to put your supplies in that is so fun. My next gift idea is creating a little bundle for your friend, depending on what craft they're into. And I think this is so fun to do. And this is like a really cheap option. You don't have to get anything new for this. There are so many reusable craft supply stores. Just look up one in your area. You can even find secondhand craft supplies at your regular thrift store like Goodwill. First example, if the person you're shopping for is into scrapbooking, get them a little assortment of papers. If you're having a hard time finding cool secondhand paper, you could also like get some old books and cut out pages that remind you of that person. They can use that in like collage or junk journaling pages. I would also recommend getting them a glue stick. I really love the Tombow glue stick. If they're into scrapbooking, they can never have enough glue sticks. Of course, you can also get them some stickers and then also some lace trim. This is another good vintage find. This could go like on the outside of their scrapbook. They can collage some lace trim on their different spreads. I would say having trim options is just like a crafty staple. Then if you want to get them something a little bit fancier, a nice pair of scissors, like some heavy metal scissors that they will have forever, and it's just going to make their crafting feel so luxurious. If your friend is into sewing, you can get them a little bundle of vintage scraps. This is probably, in my opinion, the most fun to shop for. You don't have to get them expensive fabric. Like you could go to Goodwill and cut up some pieces of clothes with fabric that you like, maybe old pillowcases or something. I've found really good fabric at my local antique stores that are good prices. Again, the Craft Reuse Supply store. This one is all about the presentation. Once you have your little bundle of scrap fabric, fold it up nicely and tie it with a little bow, and it's just gonna look so cute. It's gonna be the most exciting thing for them to go through, see all the different patterns and types of fabric that you got them. Another tip is checking out eBay or like Facebook Marketplace. You can get a ton of like bulk fabric scraps for really cheap. To round out the sewing goodie bag, you can find a cute pin cushion that reminds you of your friend. Maybe if they like cats, there's like a cat pin cushion, although I don't know if they'd want to stick needles in the little cat. So maybe just go with the classic tomato, just like the scrapbooking, some good ribbons. Everyone loves having a collection of ribbons or lace trim. And then my last example of a crafty bundle is knitting supplies or crocheting. Again, emphasis on the scraps. Yarn and fabric can be expensive, but I think scraps make a great gift. I think scrap projects always come out so cool with all of the different textures and colors. So scrounge up all the yarn scraps you can find. And then maybe you're kind of like intimidated by choosing yarn for your knitter friend because people can be particular with their yarns and stuff. So in this case, I think it would be cool to get them a pattern. Then they can go out and find the yarn that they prefer, but you gave them a little craft project idea. But luckily, the knitting world has lots of little accessories that you can get this person as well, such as stitch markers. A few years ago when I started knitting, my mom got me some cute stitch markers and then also a little case to put them in. You can also find really fun measuring tapes or tiny scissors. I love tiny scissors. If you're not a knitter, but you're shopping for a knitter, the tiny scissors might seem kind of goofy, but they're so nice. They're like sharper, like it's easier to cut the yarn, plus it's portable. Don't underestimate the tiny scissors. You should get them. Moving on to the vintage and thrifted section, gathering some vintage inspirational trinkets. So these would be things like maybe little ceramic figurines, maybe some magnets, vintage mugs with goofy sayings on them. But I think it would be really cute to get a little group of these objects and present it to that person. Like these are like inspirational objects they can look at while they're creating and that you found that reminded you of them. I just think it's really sweet. Also, buttons. Buttons are so versatile. They're just super cute and fun accessories. You can wear them on your clothes, put them on your bag. Also, keychains. Last idea in the thrifted vintage category are art books. I have so many videos on art books if you want some more specific ideas, but art books can be expensive. That's why I put them in this category. So I recommend shopping at your local secondhand store, browsing eBay, even the used book section at your local library. Art books are also one of those super thoughtful gifts to get. For my birthday, my friend recently got me this like concept car art book because I love funky cars. So this book doesn't have to necessarily be like your typical art book that includes the work of an artist. By art book, I just mean something with a lot of pictures that they can flip through and get inspired. I'm looking at some ones over there. I have like a cat book, a Scottish Terrier book. I can see over there I have like a rocks and minerals book. You get the idea. Just something that relates to this person's interests. Now moving on to the handmade category. Getting something handmade just feels so special, and it doesn't have to be handmade by you. It's nice to have something that is unique instead of just like mass manufactured. Specifically, earrings. There are so many jewelry designers on Etsy. Try and find some local like holiday markets for makers. I recently got these earrings. They're little stars made from a local jewelry maker out of scrap silver, which I think is so cool. I love how they're a little bit wonky because they're handmade. I've been wearing them all the time. You can never go wrong with a good mug. Ceramics are just like a really easy thing to find, I think. Like you could get a little trinket dish. I have one that has like a little flower stamped into it and then it says my town, and I love how personal that is. Another really special one, especially for your artist friend, is to get a handmade ceramic watercolor palette. This one might be a little bit harder to find in person, but if you browse the internet, they're definitely out there. Okay, now here are some ideas of things that you can make for your friend. Last year for Christmas, I made my boyfriend a little collaged photo of our cat. This is super easy. Basically, I just got a frame, printed out a picture of our cat, cut it out, and then I have this fun scrapbooking paper that's like a little bit metallic, and I glued the picture of the cat onto the metallic scrapbook paper. I framed it. It looks adorable. He loves it. You can do this with anything. You can do this with their pet. You can make it more intricate than that if you want, like maybe collage a few of their favorite things. Whatever you want, have fun with it. You can take it up a level by also decorating the picture frame. Upcycling wooden objects is just a really good DIY to do. I really enjoy getting those little wooden boxes from like the craft store and painting them. One time I traded one with another artist at an art market, and It's one of my most prized possessions. I love this hand painted box. I also love to paint like wooden blocks. At the craft store, you can find wooden blocks meant for carving. I like to paint all the different sides of them, and then I call it a desk buddy. And maybe you're not so into painting, you can try decoupaging. My mom used to decoupage these ceramic pots. We have a bunch of them. They're so cute in the little floral vintage fabrics. They're just adorable. I'm obsessed with them. You could do something like that. Here's a little side note bonus of some cool websites to check out online. If you want something maybe a little bit more elevated, something new, the MoMA Design Store, of course. So much good stuff on there. It can get a little pricey, but they have a less expensive section as well. High Tide LA, super good for stationery. Monkey Pants. I love Monchichis. There are so many Monchichis on here. Lots of little cute collectible things if they're into that. Actual Source, this is a good website to explore for some unique art books. And then another stationery store is Choosing Keeping. It's in London. I would love to go there someday, but they have so much cute stationery. Let me give you some tips on how to package it all, present it. That's gonna be like the cherry on top. Make it even cuter. First, you can wrap it all, instead of in wrapping paper, in some vintage fabric. This is kind of like a little bonus gift because your crafty friend is gonna want that vintage fabric. They might even be more excited about this vintage fabric than whatever you got them. You can even tie a bow around all that if you want. Maybe use some of that vintage trim that we talked about earlier. Another idea is to get a vintage tin, a Ritz crackers tin or something like that, and put all the gifts in there. I would wrap them or put tissue paper inside of it so that it's nice and they're also safe. That's another bonus gift. They can reuse this vintage tin and it's gonna look really cute. Or if they're kind of into like cottagecore, put it all in a little basket. Let me know what gifts are on your wish list. And also let me know if you got anyone a present this year that you were super proud of. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.